What is up, guys? It's Monday, July 31st, and Paintball Ruined My Week. We have new Spire 3 colors, a Virtue Spire trade-in program, Ken Griffey Jr M2s, new Dye tank covers, and the Exalt version 2 Axe Mini Launch Bolt. Virtue this week officially announced new Spire 3 colors. We have seen these colors at tournaments and a little bit on the internet, but now new Spire 3 colors are officially available. They're really just the same thing as the Spire 3, so they're going to come in red fire, cyan ice, lime emerald, purple amethyst, orange black, olive black, and aqua ice 280. So what they're going to do is get rid of the graphic series hoppers. The hoppers that had like, I don't know, those like lines and like tiger stripey look to them. And this new Duraprism colorway stuff is going to replace that graphic stuff. I definitely like the solid colored look. I like this Duraprism thing they have going on where it's just a solid color. I was never really a fan of that graphic series, so I like the solid colors. And if you ask me, the red fire is fire. Along with officially announcing the Duraprism hoppers, Virtue also is starting a new trade-in program. So the way it's going to work is you send Virtue your current working electronic hopper, and they'll give you a set value on your trade-in. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check that out. But they're going to give $100 for working Spire 200s and 260s. They're going to give $75 for R2s, rotors, LTRs, TFXs, and levels. And $60 for the Switch, Z2, Prophecy, Halo, and Pinocchio. So if you want to get rid of your Pinocchio and pick up a Spire 3, check the description for a link. Dye this week showed off a custom M2 MOSAIR Ken Griffey Jr. edition. I think it looks pretty sweet. It's kind of a paintball gun that just commemorates Ken Griffey Jr.'s accomplishments in baseball. So on the side of the gun and down the barrel, you're going to see all of Griffey's Major League Baseball milestones or accomplishments with his 630 home runs, 1,836 RBI, 2,781 hits, 10 gold gloves, 7 Silver Slugger awards, and his 13 All-Star appearances. Griff had this to say when he saw his M2 MOSAIR. Upon seeing my own custom M2 MOSAIR by Dye, I was immediately impressed, and I felt an incredible way to celebrate my journey as an American professional baseball player. This isn't Griffey's first custom paintball gun. About 10 years ago, Planet Eclipse and Pep's Paintball kind of teamed up to make some custom Ken Griffey Jr. Ego 8s, and they were kind of cool, I guess. They just said Griffey on them and had him swinging a bat like the M2. I think it's kind of neat. I actually really like the way the gun looks. It looks pretty fancy. I was definitely a fan of Griffey when he was playing baseball. He had one of the most iconic swings ever in Major League Baseball, a swing that I would replicate as a kid with very little success. Dye released a new tank cover this week, the Dye Flex tank cover. I like it. It looks very similar to the Exalt style tank covers though, how it's all rubber and kind of like smashes or squeezes onto the bottle. But I do like how there's that big opening kind of on the top so that you could position your tank to have the hydro date showing so you don't have to peel the tank cover off to show your hydro date like you do with the Exalt ones. I like it. It's pretty cool. It's $24.95 right now at dyepaintball.com. Exalt has followed up with a version 2 of their launch bolt for the Mini and Axe. The new launch bolt has improved airflow over the original launch bolt or the stock bolt. That improved airflow will help with air efficiency, make the operating pressure a little bit lower so it can handle fragile paint a little better. That lower pressure will also reduce kick and sound signature. Along with the increased flow, the bolt's also going to be lighter than the stock bolt to reduce reciprocal mass and thus make the gun kick less. They're $49.95 at exaltpaintball.com or your favorite paintball retailer. That's Paintball Ruined My Week. A lot more news this week. I like that Griffey M2, and I also like the Red Fire Spire 3. To check out more Paintball Ruined My Week news, hit that rectangular box, the Paintball Ruined My Life store, by hitting the square one. And if you haven't, subscribe.